So the molecule that I'm building, it's called propanol. Common uses of propanol are topical medicines, and they're also used in a lot of cosmetic products. Let's see. So if you take a closer look, you'll notice that our molecule has 1, 2, 3 carbons. And then on the ends, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hydrogens and 1 oxygen on the end. So the molecular formula for our molecule is C3 because of the 3 carbons, H8 because of the 8 hydrogens, and O because of the 1 oxygen. So notice that our molecule is held together by these white lines. These are considered single bonds. But if you take a closer look, you'll notice that there are 2 white lines. There are 2 white lines because for one single bond, there are 2 electrons per bond. So this is one single bond, and then 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 2 electrons per single bond. For some molecule, they could consist of double bonds or either triple bonds. For double bonds, there are 4 electrons per bond, and then for triple bonds, there are 6 electrons per bond. Now, you'll notice that our molecule has a shape to it. It's not linear. This is because whenever atoms start to combine to form a molecule, they start to repel against one another. Let's see. So whenever you're determining the shape of your molecule, it's important to consider the periodic table. And propanol is so large that it doesn't just have one shape to it. So we're gonna focus on this carbon at the end. There's 1 carbon and 4 hydrogens. So whenever you're looking at the periodic table, you'll notice that there are numbers at the top. It goes all the way from numbers 1 to number 18. These are called group numbers, right? So elements that are in group 1, they want to have 1 electron to be happy. Elements that are in group 2, they want 2 electrons to be happy. And for the purpose of this video, we're going to skip these metals in the middle. These are called transition metals. But for these over here, this is group 13. It wants 3 electrons to be happy. And then for group 14, it wants 4. For 15, it wants 5. For 16, it wants 6, and then so on. For 17, it wants 7, and 18, it wants 8. So if you look at our molecule, you'll notice that carbon is in group 14. Group 14 wants 4 electrons to be happy. And then we have 4 hydrogens. Hydrogen is over here in group 1. But since we have 4, it wants 4 in total for the entire molecule. So 4 plus 4 equals 8. Now, if you look at our molecule, you'll notice it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 electrons. So this molecule is happy with the amount of electrons that it has. This would be considered a saturated molecule because it has the maximum number of hydrogens. For the molecules that form triple or single bonds, those will be considered unsaturated because it doesn't have the maximum number of hydrogens that it wants. So those triple or double bonds can be broken up, and hydrogen could have the potential to be added into that molecule. Okay? So for hybridization, a molecule can either be sp, sp2, or sp3. An easy way to remember or to know the hybridization of a molecule is to see how many things it has attached to it. So this carbon has 4 hydrogens attached to it. So you would take 4 minus 1, that's 3. So this would be considered sp3. This is 3 minus 1, so this is sp2. And then we have 2 minus 1, so this will be sp.